Well, hello there, Gemini. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Happy New Year. I hope your year is off to a great start. So, today we're going to take a look at what energies you can be expecting in January, February, March. So, this is a 3-month reading. I already put up the 2024 readings, so I'll have that linked at the end of this video. If you haven't seen that, you may want to go check that out. But today we're going to concentrate on each of the 3 months, January, February, and March. See what the energies are in each month. And then we'll take a look at any obstacles or areas of resistance that may be on your path. And of course, advice from Spirit. And if you're enjoying the content I create, Gemini, I really do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Okay, I'm getting an interesting energy there. An electric eel spirit. That's exactly, that makes so much sense. Okay, so Gemini, I feel like maybe 2023, the energy was really kind of chaotic. So 2024 is an 8-year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. And 8 is all about the strength card in Tarot. But it's not about like being in that lion energy and just taking action and going after what it is that we want. It's about taming that energy a little bit with our divine feminine energy, which is the little girl in the Tarot card, right? It's about taming that energy to feeling like we have to take action, to understanding that when we allow ourselves to use our intuition, we can bring more of what it is that we are wanting in our life without burning ourselves out. And I feel as if there's an area of your life, or maybe several areas of your life, where you're trying to connect the dots. You're trying to get things to work. Maybe you're trying to find balance in your life between work and play, or you're trying to get something to get off the ground, but it's taking longer than you thought. There's an energy here of resting. Okay, so this is the grounding energy. This is first chakra. This is finding that sense of safety and security within ourselves and not necessarily feeling like we can only get that from other people in our life or the external, right? Understanding that we have that inner strength. That's the strength card. That is that number 8. It's not the inner strength to overcome obstacles, okay? Because I think a lot of us think of the strength card as, oh, I have to have strength to overcome obstacles. It's really having the inner strength of knowing who you are and knowing the direction that you want to go in. It's almost like spending a little time reflecting on what it is that you truly want for yourself, what you want for yourself, not what other people want for you or what people have told you that you want, right? Grounding in your own values, going back to who you are, returning to your own sense of self, of listening to your higher self, of using meditation to kind of like get back to who you are, to the why. So say you started a YouTube channel, or you started some big project, or you're not even sure, you could have ended one chapter of your life and you're not sure where you're going next. It's about taking time out, not feeling like you have to be the lion and going after something, but understanding that when I take the time out and I find my why, why am I doing this? And I connect to that with my heart, not in my head, that all of a sudden the ideas start pouring in. But we have to allow ourselves to clear our mind of the clutter of thinking that we have to be busy all the time, right? In order for the ideas to come in. And I feel like either you have acquired an idea lately, or it's kind of like, I feel like the idea is kind of there. It's almost like an Ace of Cups sitting in the air, like an idea that is going to bring you the success, the happiness, the fulfillment, the abundance that you are wanting. And yet at the same time, it's like you can't fine tune it. It's kind of like fuzzy. And it's the energy of just allowing yourself to be a little bit, to step more into your divine feminine energy. The little girl in the Strength Tarot card, allowing yourself to balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And then you get the idea. Then you know what direction to go in. Yes. Okay. And this is beautiful. And look at what we have on the bottom. Creative endeavor. Yes. I feel like you may have started something, or you may have had the idea for something, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, the clarity is gone. It's almost a sense of fog, or it could have taken off for a while, and then now all of a sudden it's kind of like plateaued, or it's even decreasing. It could even be decreasing, and you're kind of like, oh my goodness, I've lost. It's kind of like you may feel like you've lost your mojo. You haven't. You haven't lost your mojo at all. Okay? It's this moment of being kind of like suspended in air and not knowing where you're going. Okay, it's truly this energy of kind of maybe being a little bit fogged in, but your ascended masters are with you in order to bring in this great achievement that you know in your heart you deserve, okay? But it's kind of like you're having a hard time having it come into fruition. If you have been putting a lot of time and energy into something, right? Planting those seeds, like maybe in 2023, you may have planted some seeds and they haven't, you aren't seeing the rewards yet. This is the energy that the rewards are on the way. Yes. Okay. And it's January. Oh, Gemini, I'm sending you out much love and hugs, because the energy here is a little bit of, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can muster up the courage to go further. I don't know if I can bring in this idea, if I can get clear on what it is that I want to do. It's kind of like you're very much in this stuck energy. But when we're in that stuck energy, when we're not sure of what the next step is, or if something that we're putting time and energy into is going to become the success that we're hoping that it will be, right? It allows us this energy. I feel like things have kind of like stopped for you. There's really this energy of things are not progressing the way that you wanted them to. So it's about reassessing. It's almost like the energy of going back to another time when you may have done something similar. You may have been in the same energy where you weren't really sure what the next step was, or if you have the energy within you to come back from something. It's kind of like, I almost feel like you're revisiting an energy that you had in the past, where you felt as if you didn't have what it took in order to find the achievement that you wanted out of something. And so you're kind of getting stuck in that energy. Maybe even being a little bit concerned. Why am I feeling this again? But it's about allowing you some time to kind of like reflect on what have you done in the past that helped you to bring the success that you maybe have also experienced in the past. Or at least if this is like a business or a creative project, right? It's like, okay, things are stuck. I don't feel like I'm making any more progress. I feel stuck at this time. There's something that you may have left on the side of the road. That could be a habit. It could be a mindset. It could be a belief. It could be a routine. Something that you kind of left on the side of the road, right? Because things got busy. And so you put a lot of time and energy into something that was growing for you at the time. And now you're kind of stuck. Things have plateaued. It's about going back to something that maybe in the past, once again, like a routine. Maybe you had a morning routine that really helped you to stay grounded, right? And you got up at the same time. You had a moment where you set an intention for the day. You could have spent time journaling. You ate a nutritious breakfast. You know, maybe you had this routine and then life got kind of chaotic. You know, it could have happened years ago. okay, that you had that routine. Then life got chaotic for one reason or another. It could have gotten chaotic in a good way, right? Your business could have taken off, or good things were coming onto your path. And so you dropped the habit of your morning routine, something like that. And now you're recognizing, you know what? I did better. I was more grounded when I allowed myself time to do those things, to take good care of myself. Because if we think about it, that's the divine feminine energy, right? The go, go, go is the divine masculine. This is the divine feminine energy. What did I do in the past that helped me to feel more grounded, to help me feel more in balance? Because at this time, this is very much air energy, right? And you are an air sign, but it's a little bit of, when we're in that air energy, we're just like, we can confuse ourselves, we can get stuck up in our head, all of that, right? It's kind of like, okay, I want to ground myself. I want to bring myself up back to the energy of knowing, of my why. Why am I doing this? Why is this important to me? How do I want to share my love and light with others? How do I want to serve? Instead of feeling scattered and unsure of who you are, and if you are capable of having the success that you know that you deserve, you're going to have it. I'm going to skip forward and tell you, you're going to have the success that you are wanting. Yeah, here you go. See, you're in this energy of confusing yourself, right? Or feeling as if you're not sure where the options are. This is allowing you to step into a new world, saying to yourself, okay, the routines that I'm doing now are not working for myself. There's either a mindset or a routine, a habit, something that has changed, that has also put you onto a new path where you have become less grounded. Okay, so it's really about going back to something that did work for you in the past, or tweaking it. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, right? I have to admit, I experienced this myself. And earlier this month, I was really kind of reflecting, what did I do? You know, life got really super chaotic with 2023. And it was kind of like, what did I do? What did I used to do? And then I started thinking back about like my morning routine, my evening routine. And I was like, yes, okay, things were sometimes, some of those things where we take good care of ourselves, those routines that we put in place to care for ourselves, seem boring, right? It's kind of like, oh, really? I have to brush my teeth. I have to, wash my face. I have to take a shower. I have to, eat nutritious meal. I have to go to bed on, it's kind of like, well, that's what I did when I was a kid. I'm an adult. Maybe I don't need to do that anymore. It's actually more important for you to really kind of fine tune what can you do on a daily basis to take care of yourself, so that you are more balanced and grounded. And the reason that you are being put into this position is because you are going to have major success. So if you don't have the structure to prioritize yourself and prioritize those things that make you feel better, like exercising or eating nutritiously, or if you have your own business, right? Having a schedule, having routines, setting yourself up for success, because you have the strong foundation that is necessary in order to help yourself to step into this new world, right? It's beautiful. So let's take a look. In January, I think you're kind of reviewing what helps me to be grounded, successful, take good care of myself, and put myself in the energy of being more intuitive. That's that Queen of Cups energy, the Empress energy. What can I do to allow myself, right, to step into this energy of being more creative, so that I can have the time and energy, right? Doing those things on a daily basis, take care of myself, so I have the time and energy to put my ideas to life. Yeah, it's beautiful. So in February, look at this. This is where I feel, and Pluto is moving into Aquarius January 21st. This is going to completely change your life, Gemini. And, you know, some of the astrologers that I kind of follow, it is so interesting. Gemini, you are one of the signs that this is going to impact you a lot. This last bit of the Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, is helping you to get grounded because things are going to take off for you. And look at, here's February, right? You have the Page of Swords and the angels of the four directions. So your angels are coming in to help you. Page of Swords is you stepping on top of all of your past experience, right? And being able to put your ideas, right, aligning with your past experiences and what it is that you would like to put out into the world, putting your ideas into life. And if you look at that dandelion, you see all those seeds, you're planting those seeds, you're spreading your seeds, you're spreading your inspiration, your motivation, your love, your light, your creative energy, your empress energy, you're spreading it out to the world. And then you have the King of Wands. This is my spiritual teacher card. For those of you that have been drawn to this channel, you are healers, mystics. You are people that have creative energies that will help to heal other people. You're wanting to share that. And this is the energy of stepping into your truth, knowing that it is time for you to step into your power as a King of Wands, as a spiritual teacher, as a person that has the light and love. And it's time to start sharing it. I can't believe it. Here's the Strength card underneath. Yes, you have the strength to allow yourself to end one cycle. The Death card is the transformation card. This is Pluto. This is the Scorpio energy, and Pluto rules Scorpio. So it's the energy of understanding that you are really and truly having a major transformation at this time. Like 2024, but I think you feel the energy right off the bat. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air for you. It's clearing out the cobwebs that have maybe kept you fogged for a while. And it's stepping into this energy of knowing I have to end some of the routines, the habits, the mindsets that have kept me scattered for so long. I have to step into this energy of looking at new ways that I can really take care of myself, right? And allowing myself to step into this energy of prioritizing myself so that I have the time and the energy in order to spread my light and love, my wisdom, my healing energy to others. We as light workers are so needed at this time, having that inner strength to say no to some things that prevent us from having the time and the energy, the inner knowing, okay, to go in the direction that we are being led. You know, it takes a lot of inner strength to shine our true light. It takes a lot of inner strength to say no to some of those habits or routines that are just easy to fall into, right? But don't allow us to step into our highest potential. And I feel like that's what you have here. You're learning that you are a star. You're learning that you have this healing energy. With the Page of Wands, it's kind of like, this is good news. I know who I am. I'm stepping into that energy. I'm not allowing the dark thoughts to play havoc with my routines, my schedule, whatever this is that I feel like you're really and truly stepping into. So let's take a look. Let's clarify this. I love this energy because it's almost like, I feel like you may have some people or situations in your life that prevent you from stepping into who you truly are, right? It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be neighbors, it could be the energy of, if I step truly into being a spiritual teacher, a leader, a healer, what will my community say, right? What will my neighbors think? This is kind of like the energy. It doesn't matter. I have the inner strength to step onto this path and to know that the people, the situations that I may need in order to be successful will also come onto my path because I am protected. I am guarded. I am being cherished by the angels at this time. Yeah, this is a beautiful energy. I feel like, look at this. You know, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit, and then, oh my goodness, especially if you, this just keeps going on, okay, Gemini? It's about changing your mindset of thinking that perhaps there are people that you need to please that really and truly are not part of your audience. Okay, and I'll just say your audience is anyone that you are wanting to share your love, your light, your wisdom, your creative abilities, your healing energy with, right? So those, that once again, that could be friends, that could be family members. I'll have to admit, I have noticed on my YouTube channel, and this bothered me for a little bit, and then I was like, let it go, let it go. There's been a lot of trolls, coming on, wanting to say super negative things, And it is that energy of understanding that when you are shining your light, you are going to attract in some of those naysayers, some of those trolls. Okay, you are going to attract in some of that, and you could have picked up a little bit on that energy. So it's about using crystals, right? It's about using those things, those spiritual practices, those routines that help you to stay grounded in who you are, right? And not allowing the trolls of the world to dim your light. I feel like the trolls are really, they're trying, I think that there is something to that the trolls are really trying to dim the light of the light workers at this time. It's understanding. I'm celebrating my light. I'm celebrating who I am. I'm staying grounded. And I know that I just have to, it's like this little tunnel. If I can just get to the other side of that tunnel, I know things are going to open up for me. Yeah, having the inner strength, staying really in power, knowing who you are, not letting the naysayers kind of like get you off course. And I feel like you only have a couple of weeks. I think once we get past that Pluto moving into Aquarius January 21st, things really open up for you, because here you have, okay, in February, you have Justice, you have the Star card, you have the Three of Cups. It is finding on the other side. For some of you, if the last couple of months, I know for myself, the last couple of months have been very difficult, because Pluto in Capricorn is making us want to go back to the mindset that we have to do it the way other people want us to do it, right? Or work towards what other people want from us. This Pluto in Aquarius is looking at how can we serve the greater good? It's not about what can I acquire for myself or for the emperor. It's really about how can I help everybody else? A sense of coming together, of celebrating the light in each other, right? Instead of kind of like concentrating, that Capricorn energy of concentrating on how can I get ahead, or how can I beat other people, right? Like that competing energy. This is like, no, I find I'm more in balance with myself. I have more energy to shine my light, right? When I want to celebrate with when I don't want to compete with other people, but I want to work with other people. Wow, beautiful energy. Because then in March, I feel like you're coming into this energy of being determined to move forward, knowing, and with the family card, that the community you are seeking, the soul tribe that you are seeking, whether it is your blood relatives or it's a new tribe, because I know so many of you in your comments have talked about having to leave behind different people while you're on this journey, right? This is kind of like, I know that those people are out there. And once again, I'm getting that sense of a tunnel, of having to go, like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's so interesting how I'm thinking about a little train ride that's that I used to take my children on. And when you entered the tunnel, you couldn't see the light on the other side because it kind of curved a little bit. And I remember my children would be really scared. They'd be like, oh, here comes the tunnel. And, after they had gone through the tunnel a couple of times, they realized it's only going to be dark for a very short time, probably less than 10 seconds. seconds, and then it starts to brighten up and you can see the light on the other side, and you know you're going to come out into the bright sunshine again. I feel like for some of you, you could feel at this time, it's super dark. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's on the other side of this tunnel, right? And in February, look at this, the light is starting to shine. You're having that lighter energy, you're understanding, you're almost there. And then in March, you're kind of like, yes, I'm out in the sunshine. I can see how, I think you're being able to see how the dots connected, how you had to go through this a little bit of darkness, this little bit of doubt in order to really strengthen who you are and know that you're on the right path. Yeah. It's beautiful. You know, the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card. I mean, it is absolutely this energy of just like stepping into, oh my goodness. Like, I'm not saying like you're going to be, I mean, you could be showered with blessings, right? But this is the energy. It's an energy that I'm getting that is like, oh my goodness, I am here. Like I see clearly where I am, and you may not know exactly where you're going with it, right? Because we still have to allow things to come in and out of our lives, but it's kind of like, I know I got through that tunnel and I know that I am on the other side, because I feel like there's something that you're attached to. And, you know, I'm going to be really honest, Gemini, this energy is also about those unhealthy habits that we have within ourselves. Understanding what are you holding on to that doesn't allow you to be the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that takes good care of herself. She also takes good care of her family and her loved ones, right? And her home. It's an encompassing of loving and nurturing what you have already put into place, right? And with the Devil energy, it's kind of like understanding, what do I have to do in order to maintain myself, right? And maintain my health, my ability to have the time and the energy to work on what I am here to work on. Because this is about deciding what it is that you want. And with the Judgment, this is you stepping into your life purpose. The Judgment card is being called. You are being called, and you're seeing that when you step into the energy of being a light worker, a healer, a creative, whatever your special individual talents, skills, spiritual abilities, okay? Stepping into that and knowing it is going to bring you the sense of abundance, of love, of joy, everything that you are wanting. And this is understanding that I think in March, I think in January, you're really taking a good look at it. What am I doing that is holding me back from being at my highest potential? It's not about other people. It's about kind of getting in with ourselves and then having the energy, having the knowing that I am going to share my good news with others because I have the time and the energy to do it. Yeah, it's a little bit about being inspirational too. The Page of Wands is also, it could be child energy. You could be hearing good news from a child or from someone that is being inspired or wanting because you're the Queen of Pentacles, wanting what you have to offer. So once again, if you're starting a business, you're understanding that you're attracting in those people. You have stepped into the teacher energy and you are attracting in the people that are wanting what you have learned. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles, she's holding the pentacle. That's about knowledge, wisdom, being grounded. Once again, the energy of being grounded. Knowing that you do have special abilities, skills, talents. Your light and love is needed by the world. And knowing that it's time for you to kind of like share that, and perhaps stepping into a spiritual business or something and attracting in the people that are wanting what you have to share. Wow. Okay. Wow, Gemini. What a reading. Okay, let's go and pull the soul truth card for you for some final advice. Once again, I think January is taking a good look at how do you need to realign yourself to those routines, habits that help you to be your highest potential self, okay? Having the time and energy to share your light and love with others. What do you maybe need to let go of, right? Habits, routines, people, situations. It's time to let go. You know that. And then in February, it's such a brighter energy. You're at the end of the tunnel. In March, you're in the sunshine. You are starting to see the sweet rewards of what you have put into place. Wow, beautiful. All right. Wow, that pulled out. That flew out. Yes. Okay, what can I burn? One of my favorite cards. I haven't seen this one in a while. I don't believe so. All right, burn it all. Burn it all, the ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. That is where you are right now. That is where you are. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. My goodness, your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. And I do feel you're at the end of the tunnel, right? You've had to go on this spiritual journey in order to come more in alignment with who you truly are, to take off all of the cloaks of who people told you were, right? The conditioned beliefs about yourself. You've been able to take all of those off, and here you are finally at the end of the tunnel, ready to come out into the light and to put your creative energy, your light, your love, your healing energy out into the world. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I even have a special 3-month reading right now. So if this resonated with you and you'd like a more personalized version, I'd be so honored to do a reading for you. So please check out the description box below. And I wish you so much love and light in 2024. I hope it's a happy, healthy, abundant, fulfilling year for you. I love you, Gemini, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.